Good afternoon, viewers. Welcome to your favorite research network, Live Tips. This is Mohan. To give more updates about the equity market in the midday session. Today we saw Nifty was open with a flat note, traded with a positive bias. On the majorly on most of all the banking index has been gaining the for the day, like SBI Bank, ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, and even PSU banks like S Bank are showing bit of some strengthness in the trading session. And we are seeing coming days, in the coming hours, we also see positiveness will continue on this. Even you need to keep watch out on ICICI Bank results. If it is again positive, we may see some bit of pullback on the banking index and with the ICICI Bank also. And apart from this, we are seeing some bit of weakness on the Reliance sector. Like Reliance is not giving a much movement for the results as we expected. And apart from this, we are seeing one buying happening in the ONGC and IOC companies, and this is all about the current market scenario. Thank you, viewers. Still we have a commodity and currency market to discuss after the short commercial. Don't go away, stay with us.
Good afternoon, viewers. Welcome back to your favorite research network, Live Tips. We will have a quick update on what's happening in currency market with Mr. Joy, and later during the session we will discuss the commodities with myself, Mahesha. Welcome, Mr. Joy.
Thanks, Mahesha.
How is dollar trading today in today's market?
The dollar went slower 2 months low against euro before US reports this week that will show consumer confidence climb and gross domestic product growth accelerated. The greenback strengthened versus 12 of its 16 major counterparts on speculation that the President Barack Obama will signal new stimulus measures in his State of the Union speech this week. The dollar climbed to 1.3593 per euro as of 2:55 p.m. in Tokyo from 1.3621 in New York last week, after a day falling to 1.36%. That's the lowest level since November 22nd. The US currency traded 82.77 yen from 82.57 against the Japanese yen. The market is also keenly watching the Fed Reserve meeting on 25th and 26th of this month. It is widely expecting that the Fed will leave its benchmark interest rate unchanged at near 0.25% at its meeting. So the market is keenly waiting for the data.
How is Australian dollar trading in afternoon market?
Well, the Australian dollar dropped towards a 7-week low versus the greenbacks. After a government report showed producers' price rose the least in a year. The price paid to producers rose 0.1% in the fourth quarter, compared with the median forecast for 0.5% gain. The Statistics Bureau will publish its consumer price index tomorrow, so they are expecting a slightly negative data. The today's figures cover a period before floods devastated parts of the northeastern Australia. So the last 2 weeks happenings in the market is not covered in the report. The Australian currency dropped 0.1% to 98.86 US cents after declining to 98.04 cents on Jan 12th. That's the lowest level since December 9th. The so-called Aussies also weakened against 13 of its 16 major counterparts after Treasurer Brownson said in a note yesterday that the country is facing an enormous economic impact from Queensland flood.
How about pound?
The pound snapped 2 weeks of gains against the greenback before tomorrow's growth report. The UK's gross domestic product rose 0.5% in the fourth quarter, compared with the 0.7% increase in the third quarter, according to a Bloomberg News survey. The pound declined 0.2% to 1.5965 after gaining 0.8% in the last week. So these all are the major updates of the currency market.
Thank you, Mr. Choi.
Thanks, Mahesha.
Stay tuned, viewers. We will be back with more updates right after these short commercials.
Welcome back, viewers. We discuss the commodities market with Mahesha. Welcome, Mr. Mahesha.
Thank you.
So, Mahesha, what are the trends in gold market for today?
Gold futures rose for the first day after witnessing fall for the 2 consecutive days on the bargain hunt by the investors.
Okay.
So investors are buying in the lower levels, which is supporting the gold to bounce back from the lower levels.
Okay.
The improved economic outlook over the past weeks has dimmed gold's appeal as a safe haven investment, but concerns about the inflation may continue to support the physical buying, in turn which may extend support to the futures also.
Okay.
The dollar index hovered near its 2-month low hit on Friday. Spot gold rose by 0.7% to $135,104 an ounce after dropping to a 2-month low of 1337.5 on Friday. COMEX gold futures gained by 0.7% to $1350.2 an ounce.
Okay.
Holdings in SPDR Gold Trust, the world's largest gold-backed exchange-traded fund, jumped by 1.6% to 1,271.76 tons.
Okay.
It was the first rise in about 2 weeks and the biggest rise in more than 7 months.
Okay. So we are seeing a bounce back from the lower levels.
The holdings increase signals return of interest from some investors. Spot silver rose by 1.6% to $27.92 an ounce, recovering from a 3-day losing streak that took the metal to $27.10 on Friday. It is lowest since end of November.
Okay.
Holdings in the iShares Silver Trust, the world's largest physically backed exchange-traded fund,
Okay.
fell by 1.3% to $10,394.53 tons, its lowest since early November.
Okay. So what are the trends in crude market?
Crude oil climbed for the first time in 5 days in New York Mercantile Exchange as the improving economic outlook in the US and Europe floated the speculation that the fuel demand from the US and the Europe region may increase.
Okay.
Crude futures for March delivery advanced by 0.5% to $89.51 a barrel in electronic trading session on the NYMEX. The February contract expired on December 20th and closed at $88.86 a barrel. Prices fell by 2.7% last week and are up by 19% this year.
Okay, fine.
According to Commodity Futures Trading Commission data, hedge funds managers and other large speculators have increased their net long position in crude oil futures in the week ended by January 18. According to survey by the Bloomberg, US fourth quarter GDP rose at a 3.5% annual pace, up from 2.6% rate in the previous 3 months. So, which might be extending some support for the crude oil prices.
Okay, fine. So what are the trends in base metal?
Copper prices rose by 1.3%, extending a near 1% gain in the previous session, underpinned by fading fears of Chinese tightening monetary policies. Unwillingness by the Chinese physical players to pile into the market ahead of Lunar New Year may add some pressure on the prices as the prices not reflect the current physical demand conditions. 3-month copper on the London Metal Exchange rose by $121 to $9,562 a ton. The metal hit a record high of $9,781 last week. Shanghai's benchmark 3rd-month copper futures contract rose by 1.3% to 71,890 yuan.
Okay.
COMEX copper futures were little changed at $4.2695 a pound after dropping to 2.2% in the previous session. Also the most since November 16.
Okay.
Backlash Capital has predicted shortages in the copper, nickel and higher prices in the coming year.
Okay.
In London Metal Exchange, zinc rose by 1.6%, nickel advanced by 0.96%, lead gained by 1.61%, aluminium increased by 0.58%, while tin fell by 0.16%.
Okay. So thanks Manisha for your valuable updates. So that's all for now viewers. We'll be back with more news and updates on the financial markets in evening section. Till then, this is Joy saying goodbye with Manisha from Diabetes Market Research.